All right, and we are live. This is a stream that we've been postponing for several days because schedules from both Ethan's server and his live streams as well as some of mine always find a way to keep try to keep find a way. And I guess I gotta have to try to comply with other people's stuff in order to even get them out.
Right.
All right. So, yeah. This is gonna yeah. And the reason why we're gonna do this as a top 10 instead of a top 5 is because we actually saw enough movies to actually fill the worst list. Which was more than most of us ever expected to, as opposed to last year's first half.
Right.
So here the rules are as always only movies we actually saw from January all the way to June of this year. Anything we saw after July is excluded.
Okay. Thanks for pointing that out.
So that's yes. Razor, you might want to also put the list in the live chat so that way I can make sure that what I put on the banners are accurate.
Got it. I'm putting it in the private chat. Sorry, it was doing this weird thing. It was being weird. Okay. On. I'm getting it. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was being weird. Okay, yeah. Got the best. And for the worst?
Yes. Let's see.
And my worst?
Yep, I'm currently making sure it's accurate from the banners I put it in, so that way I can put it accurately.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So that way I don't make that. That way nothing derails it from at the last minute.
Got it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm here.
Yeah,
Hello.
currently right now. I'm just trying to get Razor's list that way to make sure that all the banners I have on it are accurate, so that way I don't make any last minute change ups.
All right.
It'll take a bit, so before we get there.
All right.
So,
You know what?
yeah.
Got a listen for you.
All right.
Oh my!
All right. So just checked all the banners from Razor's ban list. That way we have make sure that's all accurate. But yes,
All right.
now we can finally get this shit show started. And how we're gonna go about it? We're gonna go between worst and best, like number 10 worst, number 10 best, number 9 worst, number 9 best. That's how we're gonna go about it.
ANCF, look at my PFP.
So with that out of our way, time for the honorable mentions and dishonorable mentions. Starting my list with I'll start with my dishonorable mentions include Outcome, Screen 7, The Mortuary Assistant, Do Not Enter, Desert Warrior, Alpha, Killer Whale, and Whistle. All of those I rated 2 stars or lower. And as for my honorable mentions, these are movies I rated 4.5 or higher. And they are Cosmic Princess Kaguya, I Am Frankelda, Blue Heron, Crime 101, Lupin the Third Immortal Bloodline, Disclosure and A Magnificent Life. All right, Razor, you're up?
All right. My dishonorable mentions now this is for worst, right?
Yeah.
Okay, for my honorable mentions for best, we have Remarkably Bright Creatures, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, They Will Kill You, The President's Cake, Hoppers, and Power Ballad. And I have one dishonorable mention, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Now, let me just say, if you liked it all, that's fine. That's fine. But I have to say that some of the backlash is ridiculous. Like, people are saying this is the worst video game movie of the year. Wasn't there there are some movies that we'll touch on that make me question that. Or movable films are still a thing. But that's it. All right. Let's get into this.
From Ethan's honorable and dishonorable mentions.
All right. Hey, MCF, look what I put in the private chat.
He's scared. I'm hesitant to look at it.
I mean, he'd be a fitting villain, but as far as seeing him in any capacity, no, he'd be but although he would be an appropriate villain,
right?
All right. Anyway, on to my dishonorable mentions. My dishonorable mentions are Scream 7, Killer Whale, Jack Ryan Ghost War, Outcome, Ladies First, Joe's College Road Trip, and Do Not Enter. My honorable mentions are Goat, Masters of the Universe, The Devil Wears Prada 2, Michael, They Will Kill You, and Mortal Kombat 2.
All right.
And because like I said, this is going to be a top 10.
All right. My number 13 would be Klika, and my number 12 would be Desert Warrior. All right, MCF. And my number 11 is Balls Up.
Oh boy, we'll touch on that movie later.
Oh boy, time, and like I said, we're gonna go between worst and best. So yes, let's get this shit show on the road.
Number 10.
The shit.
I go first, then Razor, then Ethan for most of this. Okay, so coming in number 10. Oh, Tyler Perry, how do you love trying my patience? Number 10 is my number 10 worst is Joe's College Road Trip.
Now
which
I have
actually
that
watched
scene stuck in my head.
The one good thing I will say for it is that bar fight scene. Like that bar fight scene, where Joe beats a bunch of racists. I'll admit that was the best part of the film, but only because I love seeing racists get hurt, and you can never go wrong with a bar fight. But that's like the only thing that's putting this at number 10. Because the rest of the film was a fucking chore. Like, you get, of course, N-word uses, because as we all know, ever since Madea went to Netflix, it needs to be rated R somehow. And of course, they play jokes about Joe probably abusing, of course, it plays child abuse for laughs, especially that one montage at the beginning, and the rest of the movie is unfunny. Like, Joe is an unlikable idiot, and the other, I'm trying to remember this, and because, like I said, and yeah, Joe is an unlikable idiot, but his size fits some BJ's no better because he's nothing but an annoying boomer, and that's really all I can say, because what do you expect from Tyler Perry at this point? Like, that's the only reason why I'm giving it 1.5, because what do I expect from him at this point? He's gonna deliver dog shit, and he really needs to retire Madea for good. Like, he keeps saying Madea is finally dead, but every time that happens, Madea comes back. I guess the only reason why I found this somewhat horrible is that Madea isn't in the movie a lot. but let's be honest, Joe and BJ are just as annoying as Medea herself. Hence why Joe's college road trip ticks off my worst list.
Right.
All right, your turn, Laser.
All right. My number 10 worst is The Breadwinner.
Oh my god! I will get to that piece of shit in a bit.
Yeah, hold on.
And unfortunately,
I saw a friend's review
wait a
sum it
minute.
up sum it up best. Isaac Carthy summed it up best. 2006 called. They want their shitty dad comedy back. This
and
movie.
Unfortunately, wait, Razor. And unfortunately, next week I'm going to end up suffering to this movie with Ethan on his server.
Oh
Yep.
boy. Good luck. You're going to need it. This film was just played the idiot father to the point it got old. And Nate's character, well, his character is also Nate.
Canadian Ribbons backstage, I think.
Yeah. He was so stupid, like to the point that it made Homer Simpson, Peter Griffin, and Mr. Turner look sophisticated. And the film was also just had all this product placement to the point it was distracting. Like there was KFC, Toyota, Shark Tank, Walmart, and some other stuff I'm pretty sure there was. Oh, and now look, I understand product placement is done for movies because to get the budget for the movies. I can handle that, but this kind is just shameless.
Yeah.
And also, like, the most interesting thing is this. Like, this movie feels dated. Like, if this was movie meant for the 2000s or 2010s, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, the most interesting thing is seeing Will Forte's character wearing a PlayStation 2 shirt. It's 2026! PlayStation 2 is discontinued. Oh, by the way, Sony's idea with the digital-only BART ideas is a very bad idea. But yeah, this movie was just the idiot father trope to the point it got grating.
All right. My number 10 is Psycho Killer.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god.
One that me, Razor, and Ethan watched on Discord.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this one on Disney Plus.
I was just laughing the fact
Unfortunately.
This had such a cool concept. How could they fuck this up so badly?
And how did the writer of fucking Seven sign on to this crap?
Yeah, really. The story is just a poorly executed mess. Oh, and by the way, all 10 of these movies are zeros.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yep, anyway, moving on. The story is just a poorly executed mess. The screenplay by the writer that did Seven is absolutely atrocious. It has atrocious directing, and the acting is absolutely terrible, especially from Georgina Campbell.
Also, how did they get Malcolm McDowell in this?
Yeah, how the fuck did Malcolm McDowell sign on? How the fuck did they get Malcolm McDowell in this?
How?
How they got him in here is beyond me.
Like how?
The cinematography is absolutely atrocious. Because the color grading is just awful. This has some of the worst color grading I've seen this year. The editing is all over the place, and oh my god, the pacing. This movie was 91 minutes. Felt like 2.5 hours. The the scares in this movie are just obnoxious. And the ending was it was nothing more than a bitch slap to the audience.
My
Like,
God.
seriously though, like, how did the killer fucking stay alive after literally being exploded?
What?
All right. Those reasons explain why Psycho Killer is my number 10.
And now we move on from number 10 worst to number 10 best. We're going from one shitty movie that Fox released at the beginning of the year to one great movie that Fox released at the beginning of the year with Send Help.
Oh, hell yeah.
Welcome back, Sam Raimi.
Yep, welcome back, Sam Raimi. Yeah, Sam Raimi proves yet again why when going back to his roots, he gets some really good gold. And yeah, Send Help definitely one of his best recent films. As unlike a certain other piece of shit I'm going to be talking about later, that literally has that somehow this movie has a better view on gender roles than what I'm going to be talking about later. But this movie contains both some comedy that keeps you intrigued, as well as keeps you invested with Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien, where you end up rooting for Rachel McAdams, and you end up hating Dylan O'Brien's character, Preston Bradley. But you end up hating him, but you also kind of do find him enjoyable in a way where you just love to hate him.
Right.
Like, and this is definitely one of a survival thriller. Definitely kept me invested, and Sam Raimi. I hope to God you do more of this as in your career, and because this is definitely one of your most recent films. Hence why Send Help is my number 10 best.
Nice choice.
Right, Razor, you're up.
All right. My number 10 best is the drama.
Oh,
right.
I love that one.
Yep. MJ and Batman as a couple is something I didn't know I needed. But jokes aside, this film, I really enjoyed this film. Like, I felt I could see I resonated with Zendaya's character because, like, we've all had some stuff that we deeply regret in the past. And I got some autistic coding from Robert Pattinson's character. And, like, I enjoyed it. Like, it was awkward. It felt a genuine kind of awkward. And they had great chemistry. And it deals with past trauma and shame, but its real power lies in the portrayals of overcoming them and how the struggle can ultimately shape people for the better. And it balances them with genuine humor that doesn't undercut the emotional weight. This is it was my favorite A24 movie of the year until something else came out, but that's for another time.
All right. My number 13 is No Other Choice. My number 12 is Jackass Best and Last. My number 11 is Pressure. And now on to the number 10. My number 10 is Iron Lung.
Oh,
Congratulations, Markiplier. You made the movie you always wanted to make.
Congratulations.
I'd have to give that film a revisit.
Yep.
Same.
Iron Lung is a fantastic movie. And upon hearing about the movie, upon seeing the trailer for this movie, it didn't look that good. But after seeing the final product, oh my God, I fell in love with this one. Iron Lung is a phenomenal film. The story it has a really engaging story. The story of this movie keeps you engaged from start to finish. Like his story is so good. It's so good it keeps you engaged throughout. The screenplay by Markiplier is terrific, and so is his directing. And not to mention his performance in the film too. His performance in the film was phenomenal. It's beautifully shot throughout. It's nicely edited. The visual effects of this movie are absolutely spectacular. It's very scary, and the musical score was fantastic, and the ending of this, and the pacing was great. But unfortunately, it's not without its issues. My only problem with the film is the ending. That's it. But otherwise, fantastic movie. That's why Iron Lung is my number 10 best. Markiplier, I cannot wait to see what you do next.
Same.
All right, time to go move on to our number 9.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Number 9.
Here we go.
Oh yeah. All right. Number 9 worst. Oh boys. This was released only a week after the Bone Temple, Sony. Number 9 is Clicker.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
And another one that me, Matthew the Prep, and Ethan saw on Discord as well.
And Canadian
yeah.
Ribbon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh,
And-
that movie.
This one was only released only a week after the Bone Temple, and Sony didn't even bother to give this any sort of marketing. And when you finally watch the movie, yeah, you start to see why that's the case. Because Clicker was a total fucking bore. Oh, it was a bore. Like, this was about an aspiring Mexican-American musician from migrant worker family who dreams of making it big in the music industry, but gets caught in a dangerous world while pushing his ambition. Yeah, it's the story I've seen practically this kind of plot. And you know those American Dream storylines, and of course you have the main character, who, spoiler alert, who is not that much of who is pretty unlikable for his own sake, aka JD, aka as Cheeto. And yeah, and of course the product placement is also really fucking noticeable. Like, there is a product placement for YouTube and a bit of them posted for the mariachi band. Like, surely they'll have the dialogue insider saying the word fuck, and the other half of the dialogue in this movie is product placement.
Oh, MCF, what do you think was the worst scene in the film?
Oh yeah, that strip club scene. Like, it did the impossible. It made strip clubs unarousing.
Do not get me started on that scene.
Like, but the only good thing I can say about this movie is...
MCF, look at Saul's comment. Look at his comment.
I want to finish first.
Okay, go ahead.
First. Oh yeah, it has a PS5 product placement as well. But the one good thing this movie does have is the soundtrack. Maybe I'm a little bit biased for like Mexican music, and this movie does have it. So it at least has one good thing it has. But otherwise, Clicker was a movie that pretty much know what Sony actively wanted to get rid of. And watching it, you can tell why that's the case. Like, it even has a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes, by the way. So yeah, and it's sitting right now on Netflix. So yeah.
Oh, and MCF, what do you think of the cinematography and editing?
I mean, I got the cinematography was all right, but there's nothing special. But at this point, yeah, Clicker was definitely a movie that pretty much came and went, and Sony did not give a shit. And when watching it, it clearly shows. Hence why Clicker is my number 9, and I'm moving it to Razor.
This film is a tiebreaker. The Asylum Mummy movie and Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Now, I should say that, while the Asylum Mummy movie is worse on a technical level, Lee Cronin's The Mummy movie is a bigger disappointment. Because first off, the Asylum movie hardly takes place in Egypt, and it's just laughable. Like, it just takes place in this house, and it's what you'd expect from the Asylum. As for Lee Cronin's The Mummy movie, this movie, it's not even a mummy movie. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Like, you know, because I mean, like, hey, the mummy, like, I'm not opposed to that, but this it feels more like it wants to be an Evil Dead movie, which I wouldn't be entirely against, but it doesn't do anything special with the Egyptian thing. Like, have the Nazmarene be something Egyptian themed. Or, like, and also, there's just some stuff in this movie that doesn't make sense. Like, when the father has these, like, things translated and doesn't piece together, hey, my daughter might be possessed. And the film just had an identity crisis. It actually made me appreciate the Tom Cruise Mummy movie more, because as bad as that movie was, it at least had a mummy. But yeah, overall a big disappointment. Hopefully the fourth Brendan Fraser Mummy movie will be better.
And then yet another sticker from the Asylum who went out of their way to make an AI Toy Story ripoff.
Yeah.
And not to mention the AI version of the Odyssey.
Ah.
That is
All
true.
right.
That's
low,
actually true.
even for you.
All
And
right.
you already have low standards.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Coming in at number 9 is The Strangers Chapter 3.
You know we're fucked that this movie isn't even in the top 5.
Yeah. But first of all, thank goodness this series is over. Hopefully.
Thank God this trilogy is over.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
However, The Strangers Chapter 3 is, in my opinion, the worst of the entire trilogy.
They keep getting worse with each entry.
Mm-hmm.
Yet this trilogy kept on getting worse with every movie. It started with the first one, then it got worse from there.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that was bad from the first 2 movies is applied here. In terms of story, acting, screenplay, decisions, cinematography, editing, pacing, obnoxious scares, and a terrible ending. So if you guys have not seen this one, you're not missing out. Fuck this movie. It's my number 8 or number 9.
I actually hosted that movie watch along on Discord.
Yep, Canadian Rimmon actually did it.
Yep.
He actually hosted a watch along for this movie. I sat through it.
Yep.
So yeah, fuck this movie, and thank God this trilogy is over.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
All right, my number 9 best is Hoppers. Finally, Pixar finally does something original, and it's actually good. And even more so, this was already on my radar, knowing that this was from the creator of We Bare Bears. As someone who loves that show, this movie caught on to me. And as if I were to sum up this movie, it's basically Avatar for kids and with bears.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of comedy, this is probably one of Pixar's funnier films. And I appreciate that this movie's environmental message isn't just ham it up, like constantly jammed down your throat as if we're too stupid to get it. I appreciate that this film actually sees Mabel's actions as when she goes too far with her ideology of beaver, of her trying to save beavers. But I like how this movie finally with John Hamm's character, like John Hamm's character was especially enjoyable, fitting as one of those as being a mayor, and honestly, and yeah, well, it's almost that it feels like every time John Hamm is in an animated frame and something animated, he often tends to play villains.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, and also I love how this movie literally gave also, and just for the word, it was nice to see Panda from We Bare Bears in this movie.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. this one was definitely yeah. This movie was definitely a lot of fun, and this movie proves that Pixar needs to do more original projects instead of milking Toy Story for all it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Right.
Hence why Hoppers is my number 9 best. Razor, you're up.
All right. My number 9 best is Hokum. This is a film I needed after some underwhelming horror movies. And first off, let me just say Irish folklore holds a special place in my heart because I have some distant Irish ancestry. And this film, first of all, this film did use jump scares, they were actually had weight behind them. And I also liked how it messed with the mind. Like, there were moments like, is this real, or are you unable to tell if it's not? And Adam Scott, for a comedic actor, gives a great performance. And I was able to resonate, and I was able to resonate with his character, like dealing with past trauma and like film, like overcoming it. And as an aspiring writer, and yes, he was a jerk, but he's like actually grows as a character. And yeah, this is just an enjoyable horror film. And it's what I needed after films like after Psycho Killer and some other underwhelming films.
All right.
All right.
My number 9 best is Send Help.
Not bad.
Sam Raimi, welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
This movie was so good. I'm not even kidding. This was such a fun thrill ride. It has a very engaging story from start to finish. The writing is great. Sam Raimi's directing is excellent. The acting is terrific, especially from Dylan O'Brien and Rachel McAdams. The cinematography is excellent. It has great pacing, a really good sound effect, really funny moments, and some really brutal ones too. And that ending was really satisfying because, yeah, the ending was satisfying. If I were to have any problems, the pacing. The pacing in the first half is really sluggish, but otherwise, really fun movie. Or excellent film. That's why Send Help is my number 9 best so far.
All right.
Sam Raimi,
All right.
welcome back.
And to highlight a comment from It's a Rundown himself, like he said in here, and there was a comment here that said, "Thank heavens for Daniel Chung, from the creator of the highly underrated We Bare Bears."
Oh,
And
speaking of We Bare Bears, I planned a Toon Discussions episode for that for December 20th.
Quite nice to see a Cartoon Network creator making quite the headlines for actually good reasons, unlike last time.
Right.
And now that we're at number 8. All right, number 8 on our list. Now we get to the movies I rated 1 star or lower. We're in the shit.
Oh boy.
Oh boy! Number 8.
Coming in at number 8. Oh boy, this is one of 2 Amazon Prime features that you're gonna see on our lists, on my lists. One of 2 of them, and the first of these, can't let this genre die, because my number 8 is Love Me, Love Me.
Oh
I
my
hate
god!
Never
The
seen
title
it.
just gives me
Never even
cringe.
heard of it.
Oh my god!
Ever, and this was from the director of After We Collided. After okay, the last straw I ever had for that franchise. It was basically part of the genre that basically, you know those Wattpad fan fictions that end up becoming movies? Yeah. This was from one of the directors of that, Roger Kumble, who also directed Furry Vengeance. And that's what it is. A love triangle movie. Like,
Oh
I don't know.
boy.
And I
Oh
don't know
my
why I'm not.
god!
The only reason I'm not more pissed at this is because after I saw Perfect Addiction back in 2023, I've already gotten fed up with Wattpad movies at this point. Like, mind you, that After was literally based off 50 Shades of Grey Wattpad. On Wattpad, might I add, which was already a Twilight fan fiction. The only reason it's not lower is because this movie didn't make me angry. It just made me bored and fed up, and I was just already tired at this point. So, yeah, and it would be the worst movie Amazon Prime released this year, but oh no, guys, there is another. Hence why it's only at number 8. Razor, you're up.
All right,
right.
Razor Rex,
My
take it away.
number 8 is The Mortuary Assistant.
Oh hell no!
Now,
I-
I
All the
played the
people who
Mortuary Assistant game, but that might have been a blessed scene in disguise because if I had played the games, I'd probably hate the movie more. First of all, like the story was just nonsensical, and it was devoid of scares, and the performances were lackluster, and like the only thing saving it from like a half a star was like the unintentional hilarity and mercifully short runtime. But other than that, yeah, it was just bad.
And the fact that Sure released this in theaters, and to all the people who said that the Super Mario Galaxy movie is the worst video game movie of the year, let's leave them with that answer to this and another film that we'll be mentioning later on.
I will gladly.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy the Super Mario Galaxy movie, but I would rather watch that movie 10 times over watch The Mortuary Assistant again.
Same.
All right. My number 8. This is TAWcast.
You already know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. My number 8 is Citizen Vigilante.
More on that in the top 3.
Ugh. If this is only number 8 on your list, I hate to see what the rest is.
TAWcast, just stop. Just retire already. You're not good at making movies. You sucked at House of the Dead, and you still suck as a filmmaker.
And like seriously though, just stick to making food or being a boxer, because that's the only two good things they're good at.
The story is just an incoherent mess. The screenplay, directing, and cinematography, all done by TAWcast, are atrocious. The acting is absolutely terrible, especially from Armie Hammer.
And this was supposed
he
to
have
be
to
his
come
comeback.
I'm not kidding. Armie Hammer is absolutely atrocious in this movie. The editing is all over the place. And, oh my god, the pacing. This was 89 minutes. It felt like it was going on for 4 hours. God, this film was torture. The action sequences are just absolutely atrocious. It's mainly due to how poorly shot and atrociously edited and how horrendously choreographed this film is.
What do you think is the worst scene in the film?
that once. I don't want to mention that one scene in the movie. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't blame
And
you.
the ending was just a complete insult.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this has one of the most insulting endings I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, right, dude. Like he came back as far back as 2024. I could find you a link to Citizen Vigilante and get you to watch it. But trust me, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't even be that tasteful about it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's why Citizen Vigilante is my number 8. Fuck this movie and fuck you, Uwe Boll.
And as well as Army Hammer too, if it's allegations or anything to go by.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. On
My
to the
number
best.
8, number 8 best. Time to talk about one of the filmmakers, the filmmaker who brought us Unicorn Wars, Bird Boy. It was my number 8 best, Decorado.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I
This
never
film.
heard about this one.
Shame it didn't get a
Oh.
showing where I live.
Yep. Alberto Vasquez continues to show why he's one of Spain's more underappreciated animators, which is basically what I like to call a dark version of the Truman Show. And yes, this movie does hit very hard. And I won't give with this movie because it really is one of those films you do gotta see it on your own terms. But yeah, Alberto Vasquez, please keep up the good work, and I look forward to see what you do in the near future. Also, oh, by the way, this needs to go to G Kids. G Kids, please stop hiding your movies from theatrical releases and actually give them more wider releases.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's become very difficult to even go see a movie from one of yours at this point.
Right.
So yeah, Razor, you're up.
All right. My number 8 best. My number 8 best. Perfect. 28 years later, the Bone Temple. 666, the number of the beast. How and far was spawned to be released. Just had to get that in there. This film is the best 28 film in quite some time. It was nice to see the Jimmy Gang. I mean, they were teased in the previous film, the previous 20 years later. And I liked how it explored, actually the concept of, the direction of, the infection, if it can be cured or not. Spoilers. I mean, hey, it's been out for quite some time. And I liked it was a well shot film, and it was adventures different from it's something different from the 28 franchise, but it's not different for the sake of being different. And actually is created in a creative direction. I'm trying to see what I have to say with my Letterboxd review, but Nia DaCosta, I'm definitely checking out more of her work after this. I mean, I thought and given the new Candyman movie a revisit, but yeah, this film. It was great, and I'm looking forward to 28 Years Later 3, where live Cillian Murphy's character returns. All right.
My number 8 is the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
All right.
Although this may not be as good as the first film, I still loved this movie. I mean, it still has one problem, which I'll mention in a bit, but otherwise, yeah, it has a really good story that can. It has a really engaging story from where its predecessor left off. The screenplay is great. The directing is excellent. The voice acting is excellent. Mainly from Jack Black as Bowser. Chris Pratt and Charlie Day as Mario and Luigi were great. And Donald Glover as Yoshi was fantastic as Yoshi. and we also got Benny Safdie as Bowser Jr.
Hmm.
The animation is absolutely gorgeous. It has great editing, fantastic pacing, really funny moments, great action sequences, phenomenal score, really nice Easter eggs here and there, and just a really solid ending. If I were to have any problems, it would be this. Rosalina really needed more screen time.
Yes.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I love this movie. Like I said, it may not be as good as the first film, but I still had a blast with it. That's why the Super Mario Galaxy movie is my number 8.
Yep. And all right, let's get to number 7. Oh boy!
Oh
This is yet
god.
another film I watched on Discord with Ethan. Because my number 7 is Ladies First.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, this movie.
Remember what I said that Set Help did gender roles better than this movie? Yeah, this is what I was alluding to because I'm not kidding. This, like, Preston and actually make him unlikable, but not in a charming way, but in the way where you just outright hate way. Like no kidding. He's a sexist dick that the film expects you to root for him, and when the film tries to get you to the redeem, and when the film tries to redeem and make it look like he's lesson, it
Is everything okay?
Everything all right?
You there? I think his mic is buffering.
Maybe the internet's down for him.
I think so.
Yeah. I think it is.
Yeah, I think he's buffering. Yep, it did.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow, just like that. Wow, up and left us.
I think
That's
it was
definitely
Wi-Fi problems
something.
on his end. I know the feeling I've had Wi-Fi problems on.
Yeah, I think he's experiencing Wi-Fi problems at the moment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The lead single, Shandy, is a fantastic ballad.
Oh, sorry. Right.
All right, I'm gonna go have my dinner right now.
Okay.
I'll be back.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
How's everyone's day doing?
Doing good. I'm gonna set the table real quick.
All right. Um, all right. Seems like I'm not part of doing the list. I'm just gonna say it quickly. So my 10 worst is The Bride. After that, Quantum Supremacy. 8, Moana. 7, Citizen Vigilante. 6, Corporate Retreat. 5, Animal Farm. 4, Balls Up. 3, A Super Progressive Movie. 2, Midnight Massacre. And 1, Desert Warrior. That's why I'm going for my worst. But since I'm not a part of it, I just want to say it quickly. Um, for the best, I'm gonna say 10, The Furious. 9, Obsession. 8, Mortal Kombat 2. 7, The Invite. 6, Alert to My Youth. 5, Blue Heron. 4, Michael. 3, Backrooms. 2, Avatar and the Last Airbender. And 1, Project Hail Mary. That's all I gotta say for my list. Since I'm not actually a part of it, but I'm just gonna say it quickly. And yes, we'll be right back after these next few messages. Yep. Oh, MCF says, I apologize, the internet just killed me. No worries. No worries, dude. No worries.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I've had connection problems, and see, I live in Colorado, and there is something that was actually going.
Oh, it's
Like I used to have
There we
Wi-Fi.
go.
Just
Now
I
he's
have it.
back.
Welcome
Alright.
back.
I apologize. That happened because the internet's ran immediately just shot it for a while, and I'm shot my internet for a couple of minutes. I apologize that for that happening.
It's all
Anyway,
good.
No
I
worries.
totally understand.
Yeah. Anyways, shall we move on to your number 7 worst?
Oh, I'm up. My
Hopefully
7
this is-
worst.
Yes.
Okay. My 7 worst is a film that was already talked about, Psycho Killer.
Oh,
The only-
God.
The only thing saving this film, like from a lower rating, is one, it played a Venom song in league with Satan, and it was at least interesting bad. Like their movie is like, unlike some of the other films here, which were just bad. This was interesting bad. Like this film is literally just characters going from scene to scene. And like the characters are making stupid decisions even by horror movie standards. The plot is nonsensical, the dialogue is pathetic, and there are zero scares. Also, this film has an obsession with red lighting. And of course, as we talked about, the ending. And believe me, I wanted to rate it half a star, but it didn't even anger me enough for that. So yeah, Psycho Killer is an underwhelming horror movie. Like it had a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes at one point.
Yep.
All right.
All right, John Wick.
So,
You just grabbing dinner for a moment.
Oh, right. He's grabbing dinner.
yeah.
Yep. So we'll just give him a moment
Like-
for the time being.
Yeah.
Which I guess makes sense because the internet, because of course y'all know what the rain does to the internet. When it rains, the internet has to go out like that as well with it.
Yep.
I have a similar problem.
And
been
to,
dealing
and
with
to go
similar
back to a
problems
bit,
lately,
yes.
but I mean, like,
so to go
I haven't
back
had
a
it
little
happen.
bit on.
Go ahead.
To go back to a bit of what I said about Ladies First, because Ladies First was a movie that basically what I refer to as reverse sexism, and that film is basically if the genders were reversed and you just have an unlikable main character who basically treats women like shit, who doesn't even treat women properly, like he doesn't even give her the job for reasons, but apparently that's just too much to ask with unlikable characters. And as I said earlier, this is not the only movie with Sacha Baron Cohen that's going to be on my list. Oh, thankfully the rain stopped. So hopefully it's back to normal.
Let me tell you what my number 5 is that Jog fan's not gonna like. It's Animal Farm.
We'll talk about that film later.
Yep.
Look at all this deliciousness! They
want this.
This film, like, I mean, I'll get more into that film when it's later.
Yep.
I'm enjoying watching this animated series, Dragon Striker. It showed that well, it's sad that Owl House had to unfortunately end on terms that didn't get a proper finale. I mean, it got to end, but like, it deserved better. I'm liking this show so far. I'm enjoying it. I recommend checking it out. And of course, I'm enjoying X-Men 97. Like, I saw the newest episode. And here's what's cool. They took something from the anime intros because see, X-Men, the original 90s series, it got this, for Japan, it got these different anime intros just because. And they were awesome. So, I mean, that's just cool. And let's see what else. I did watch the first 2 episodes of Spider Noir, which I'm all for more of Nick Cage playing Spider Noir.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
There he is.
All right. My number 7 is The Breadwinner.
Oh wait, so where were we? Are your number 7 worst?
Yeah, he
Wait,
said The
let me
Breadwinner.
get this on.
Yep, my number 7 is The Breadwinner.
I heard it was
Oh,
big
dang it.
to turn. Go ahead.
All right, now it's there.
I was not looking forward to this movie at all, knowing its concept. Oh my god. This movie was so much worse than I thought it would be. This movie looked awful by the trailers, but I was not expecting the movie to be this bad, this god-awful. And yes, me, movie cartoon fanatic, Canadian Ribbon, and Chase are going to suffer through this one on my Discord VC, on a Discord VC call next week.
Oh
On Monday.
yeah, I saw this movie with my dad. I had no other choice to go butt to go with him.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it next week on Monday.
Yep.
Right.
The story, like I said, is just a complete. The story, like I said, is just idiotic. Because this movie basically has a stay-at-home father trope, all because of a wife landing a deal on Shark Tank. The writing is absolutely atrocious. The directing by Eric Apel is atrocious.
And how did
The
you go
acting is
from
terrible, especially from
the Weird Al
Bargatze.
biopic to this?
Yeah, the acting is absolutely atrocious, especially from Nate Bargatze. Mandy Moore is in this movie. Mandy Moore.
Why, Mandy? You voiced
How the
Rapunzel.
fuck could she go from Tangled to this piece of shit?
I don't know. You should tell them.
Mm-hmm.
The worst performance in the entire movie goes to Will Forte.
Which I mentioned it before, but the most interesting thing was the fact that he was wearing a PlayStation 2 shirt. And this movie is a 2020s movies. The PlayStation 2 has been discontinued.
And the movie is distributed by Sony.
Mm-hmm.
The cinematography is awful. This looks more like a made-for-TV film. The editing is all over the place. The pacing is just a nightmare. This movie was 100 minutes. It felt like it was going on for 4 hours. I did not laugh once throughout the entire film. Every single attempt at humor in this movie falls flat. And the product placements. The motherfucking product placements. You have Toyota, Walmart, KFC, and of course Shark Tank.
Yep.
And this movie's ending was just a complete. The ending was just an insult.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
So there you have it. That's why The Breadwinner is my number 7 worst film of 2026 so far. Fuck this movie.
And now we
All
get to
right.
the positive side of the list because my number 7 is They Will Kill You.
Mm-hmm.
So here's in a math equation. I want to sum this movie up. What happens when you meet Kill Bill and Ready or Not, as well as a bit of hatred for Peppa Pig? You get this movie.
Yep.
Yeah,
I had
like
a blast with this movie too, but go on.
yeah, this one was an absolute blast to watch from start to finish. With the action sequences being both gory, bloody, and downright fun as all hell, and the chemistry with Zazie Beetz and her sister was definitely endearing as well. And yeah, this movie really is one of those movies that and it's definitely probably, if not the most underrated film of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, hence why They Will Kill You clocks it at my number 7 best.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Your turn.
All right. My number 7 best. I love boosters.
I love shoving boosters up my ass.
Directed by Boots Riley. Now, I'm not the most caught up with his filmography, but after this, I definitely want to check out more. It lives up to its reputation. Like, first off, let me just say that I like how it starts off fairly grounded, but then as it progresses, it goes off the rails, and I mean that in the best possible way. Not only is it packed with laughs, but sharp anti-capitalist satire, and the movie and the cast have great chemistry, and like the cast, and also it's just nice visually. Like when I hear people when you look at the live action Disney remakes, there's there's no excuse like for them to be this like dull when movies like this and the Barbie movie are very vibrant, and it also does it to convey a message. And here's also something: Don Cheadle was this movie, and for a moment I couldn't recognize him, which I thought that was a nice bit of change. But overall, I enjoy that this movie is worth seeing. Oh, hi, Sean.
Hello.
Hey,
All
Sean.
right.
Sorry I wasn't. Sorry I didn't make it a little bit ago. I just got done with my review of A Troll in Central Park, and I was basically updating a lot of info about the video to basically include it.
All right, then. So we move on to Ethan's number 7.
All right. My number 7 is Disclosure Day.
Nice.
Nice.
Steven Spielberg does it again, folks. Well, it's not up there with. Well, it's not quite up there with E.T., Saving Private Ryan, or Schindler's List. Disclosure Day is nevertheless a fantastic comeback for Steven Spielberg. It has a very fresh story, all from start to finish. The writing is terrific. Steven Spielberg's directing is terrific. And the acting is also terrific. Emily Blunt was fantastic in this movie, as well as Wyatt Russell, Colman Domingo, Josh O'Connor, Colin Firth, and Eve Hewson. The cinematography is breathtaking, and the editing is fantastic. The pacing was flawless. The visual effects and CGI are fantastic throughout. And the movie's ending. Oh, it's a musical score by John Williams. John Williams nailed it here.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's
ending of this
94
movie,
years old. That's impressive.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the ending of this movie was just fantastic. It really had left me satisfied after the movie ended.
All right.
By the way,
That's why Disclosure
hey,
Day is my
hey,
number
Rundown.
7.
Hey, Rundown.
All right.
I noticed that your profile picture is not showing up on the live stream for some reason.
It's showing up on my end.
It's
showed
as
up
well as
on
mine too.
It's showing up on my end as well.
I mean, on the actual live stream on YouTube, it's just a blank profile pic.
All right.
That's
I
weird.
might as well refresh the page.
All right.
Oh, now
All
I
right.
see it.
All
Now
right,
I see it.
all right. Coming in at number 6. You're gonna be surprised that it didn't any higher because spoiler alert. Because spoiler alert, me and Razor X have practically 2 hated films that you're gonna be surprised is not in the top 5, let alone the top 3. Because spoiler alert, my number 6 is Return to Silent Hill.
Oh,
I heard
boy.
about this film.
Oh, God.
So movie. So yeah, even as someone who hasn't exactly played Silent Hill myself, even I could tell that this movie is a huge slap in the face. And that's saying a lot considering that Silent Hill Revelation exists. Because this movie does not know whether it was coming or going, as it keeps constantly changing gears to compensate for the fact that this movie has no actual story. Beyond that, the movie is ugly to look at, and it's just a boring mess. Even an outsider to Silent Hill, this movie sucks balls. Hence, it's at number 6 on my list. Oh God, the top 5. You're up, Razor.
This film being number 6, it's surprising that this as cartoon Toon Fanatic said it's surprising this isn't any higher, but because this film, like when it was advertised, it was torn apart mercifully. It was torn apart instantly. Number 6 is Angel Studios' Animal Farm.
Oh god! Oh my god! Oh,
This
People
film,
think
Fucking movie.
I had it. I had it on my number 5. Oh
Yeah.
god!
and people
this film, like
thought-
now,
Yeah.
I did some digging, and apparently this film was in production hell for some time, and the fact that Netflix didn't want this film says a lot.
It should
And
have
they said yes to
Yeah.
cuties.
Right. And
it should
some
have
other
stayed in
things.
production
So,
hell
But
instead of what we got here.
People think that the 2012 Lorax was an awful adaptation. While the 2012 Lorax film was still bad, at least it had the memes.
Yes.
Let it die, let it die. Let
Yeah,
it
and this
shrivel up
film-
and die.
Like, and I described this film as the emoji movie of the 2020s because when it was advertised, the internet tore it apart. Like, first of all,
Although
like,
you could say the same thing about Smurfs 2025 as well.
right,
Yeah.
which I refuse to even see that movie with influencer Smurf alone sealed by, yep, I'm not seeing that. First of all, like, now I should say that, well, it is easily one of the worst films of the year. It did not make me want to start World War III like a starting horse. Though it did certainly have me questioning Andy Serkis.
Yes. Before the movie was released, and even while the movie was in theaters, Andy Serkis decided to pull a Teen Titans Go by not only putting words into the mouth of a dead man, but also Angel Studios themselves decided to respond to the criticism in one of the worst ways that you could ever do.
Right. First, like, there's a lot to start with that movie. First, the film dilutes George Orwell's story, like targeting a younger audience, which, yes, I've heard Animal Farm was like people had to read Animal Farm in middle school, but like when it starts off with a rap version of Old MacDonald Had a Farm, not a good sign. And it fails to like tackle the book's themes and leaves the commentary muddled and toothless. Like Napoleon, once a fearsome dictator, is now reduced to a comedic caricature, not helping us separate. Right.
Yeah.
And and the animation, like, just looks cheaply rendered and uninspired. And there's no excuse for how, I get that the film was in development hell, but there were films that were in development hell, but they were able to look nice. Like, look at Mad God. Mad God was an animated film that started production in 1987, but then was finally completed in 2021, and it turned out great. And
Say,
here's what makes
would
this.
anyone be happy if this movie stayed in development hell rather than the movie that we have right now?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if it stayed
Yes.
in development hell.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
first of all, let me just say, like, with today's political climate, a new adaptation of Animal Farm actually lent itself, like a mature adaptation. And we've had great adult animation like Blue Eye Samurai and Arcane that were able to push the medium beyond typical sitcoms, and even sitcoms, adult sitcoms outside of the 2020s have provided something new. And even as a kids film, there's no excuse for it to be this bad. Like, we've got films like Pixar's Soul, Little Amelie, and of course a film that I'll be talking about later. Like, there's no excuse for it to be this bad. And I wanted to rate it lower than
This movie
1
could have been a
star.
lot better
but-
as a PG-13 movie.
Right.
Yeah. It shows how far that they were willing to go to make Animal Farm of all things into a kids movie when they replaced the word alcohol with naughty juice, which I'm gonna go ahead and say it. That sounds even more inappropriate than alcohol.
Yeah, it sounds something worse. Like it sounds like they're talking about something else.
Yeah,
Come. They're talking about come.
semen.
Yes, man bazooka juice, as Angry Video Game Nerd once put it. But like, I heard Steve Reviews point out, like saying it reminded him, like, you know, of the Disney live action Pinocchio, where they replaced all the alcohol and smoking on Pleasure Island with root beer and candy, when the whole point of the smoking and the root and alcohol was to say, no, kids shouldn't indulge in that stuff. They're too young for that stuff.
Also, they took a timeless classic and basically modernized it to the point where the movie would be dated within the next few years. Like, there's literally a sequence where we see one of the pigs or chicks wearing a VR headset, as well as a pig driving a supercar into a pool.
Yeah.
Let me bring out something for the proper reaction. Hold on, got it? Like, I know the meme. Hold on. How'd you do, fellow kids?
And trust me, this isn't the last time we're gonna beat the shit out of Animal Farm.
Oh, wait. Let me put.
Oh, don't you worry. I will destroy this movie when I get to my number one. Just you wait.
Okay, I'm just gonna put the actual clip here.
And not to mention, one of the pigs is playing a Candy Crush looking game or something.
Sequence.
I have the actual clip to play to end off this whole thing.
How do you do, fellow kids?
That's this movie.
And the fact that this isn't even, and the fact that 2 out of the 3 of us doesn't even consider this to be the worst animated movie of the year. We'll get to that when we get to that. Should tell you how bad this piece of shit really is. But yeah, Ethan, you're up.
Oh boy. My number 6 is a movie that I watched on a Discord VC call back in April. My number 6 is Mercy.
Oh my god.
The film that's one of the films on my not watching mentions.
Oh yes, the pro AI slub film.
Like, I'm not kidding, folks. This movie is god-awful in every sense of the word. I could not find a single redeeming quality with this piece of shit. The story is just ridiculously absurd. You have because it's about Chris Pratt's character being strapped to a chair while facing an AI judge.
This is like War of the Worlds, except if it was released in theaters. But hey, at least War of the Worlds gave us memes.
Yes. It's you! It's you! How could you, man? How could you?
The writing is the screenplay is atrocious. The directing by Timur Bekmambetov is awful. And keep in mind, this was directed by this Timur Bekmambetov, the director of this movie, was one of the producers for last year's War of the Worlds.
And it definitely showed. And need I remind you that this was released in both IMAX and 4DX.
Not to mention 3D as well.
Yes, that as well.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. One of the companies behind the Suicide Squad made this movie.
The 2016 one or from 2021?
2021.
Oh, okay.
The acting is atrocious. Mainly from Chris Pratt, who is absolutely atrocious in this movie. Okay, Chris Pratt. First, the Garfield movie. Now this piece of shit.
Not to mention the Electric State as well.
Yep.
Man, you must really hate Chris Pratt lately.
Or
And not
he's
to
just
mention,
or maybe
Rebecca
he's-
Ferguson is in this movie, and she is absolutely terrible.
Yeah,
Like,
and back on the topic of Chris Pratt, or maybe he just really likes making some of the worst choices in his filmography as of late.
Mhm.
And at this point, he really needs to fire his agent.
And that goes for another actor I'll be talking about in a bit.
Mhm.
Oh, wait. I just found something on IMDb. Apparently, the movie was rated R, but MGM thought of just changing it because whatever. Was that really that fucking necessary?
Oh God.
The cinematography is atrocious. This has one of the worst cinematographies of the entire year. Because, my God, it's nothing but shaky cam when we get to the action sequences. And speaking of the action sequences, they are abhorrent. The editing is god fucking awful. And, oh my God, the pacing. This was 100 minutes. It felt like it was going on for 4 hours.
What about the government's IQ in this movie?
Oh my God! The fucking government. Oh, and we're supposed to root for Chris Pratt's character in this movie.
He's a wife beater.
And do not even get me started on the product placements in this movie.
Oh my God. Yeah, Instagram is... We see... This movie has product placements. Instagram.
Not to mention Amazon cameras.
Oh yeah, that too. And this movie's ending was just atrocious. Nothing but a big fat middle finger to the audience.
And also, what the hell was the point of changing the movie's rating to R to PG-13? What the hell was the point of that? Why?
And the worst thing about this film is that this movie is basically one huge pro-AI propaganda movie. Basically says, oh, well, humans and AI makes mistakes. No. When AI makes mistakes, the consequences can be very fucking dire.
Yeah, like I heard of this scenario where someone unalived themselves because ChatGPT pushed them to.
So there you have it.
What
Mercy is my number 6 worst film of 2026 so far.
Okay, about that one
Fuck
part,
this movie.
about that one part of offing themselves, what kind of fucking program would say something like that to someone?
Exactly. Moving on to number 6, I go from one great action film to another, and this is The Furious.
Mm-hmm.
I love
It's
that movie.
It's both our number 6. This film was just awesome.
And this one came from Hong Kong, and you can definitely tell that that this movie relies on martial arts action, and yeah, this film was a huge ball buster.
Yeah, it was well shot. The fighting was visceral, and the action scenes were innovative, not just hand-to-hand stuff, but there was like this one sequence with a shotgun, and it also brought to life something serious, child trafficking, in a way that was tasteful.
Unlike a certain other film from Angel Studios, but we don't talk about that.
Right. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this film, I had a blast with it. And yeah.
And this was definitely a movie I definitely needed to see, especially when for the 4 movies I saw prior to this were awful. All of them, and four, yeah, like this. I watched this after 4 other atrocities that I actually watched. So yeah, it's definitely our number 6. Ethan, you're up.
All right. My number 6 is a movie that I saw back in March, and this was released on March 6th. My number 6 is Hoppers.
Nice.
Yeah, Pixar really needed a comeback. And this was the perfect film for that. Hoppers is, without question, Pixar's best film in recent years. The story it has a fantastic story, excellent screenplay, fantastic directing by the creator of We Bare Bears, Daniel Chong. The voice acting is excellent, mainly from Piper Curda and John Hamm and Dave Franco and Bobby Moynihan. The animation, as always, is terrific because this is Pixar we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The editing is great. The pacing is flawless throughout. The humor is great. The environmental message is really good. And the ending was really emotional, too. Oh, and the musical score by Mark Mothersbaugh was great. So there you have it. Hoppers is my number 6 best film of 2026 so far. All right.
And now we're in the top 5. The home stretch, motherfuckers.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
Oh, boy, yeah. All right, number 5 is the film. Oh, boy. You already saw this one come up a few times, and this is the last time you're going to see it on our list. Psycho Killer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But,
God.
yeah, you know your movie's bad when 20th Century Fox doesn't even market you, and it had its embargo lifted on the day before release, and at one point it had a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. And keep in mind, this was from the writer of Seven, so that's what makes me go, what the fuck happened? Because this entire film, I'll give it one thing, at least it's interestingly bad on how bad it turned out to be. With everyone being some of the dumbest people I've ever seen in a horror film, like seriously though, the psycho killer has a bomb on his chest, and you are letting the psycho killer in your home who is about to kill you.
That reminds me of a certain anime film that we ended up watching on June 6th.
And the fact that it was on the same day I went to go see another film I'll talk about later should tell you something. And yeah, and of course, this film is just ugly to look at. Like this, what is it with this movie's obsession with red? I wish I could have.
I get that red is is the specific color to use for horror, but there are other colors that you can use besides red. Like green is also a color used for horror, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
And of course, and this and yeah, the only and yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, this is the first. All 5 of these movies in my top 5, I rated half a star on Letterboxd.
Mm-hmm.
So we're done with the really ugly content. And the only reason why this is on the least bad of the 5 is because I will say this. It is the most interesting with how bad it was.
Yes, like there was that orgy scene.
And yeah. And this movie was just really awful. But alas, Psycho Killer is a shit movie, but that was so badly marketed, and it more than deserves to start off my top 5.
Let me show you an annoying tagline from the movie's poster. It's in my YouTube. It's in the comment section. I found this tagline to be pretty annoying as hell.
All right. The tagline says, from the twisted writer of 7 and 8 and the producers of Barbarian and a producer of Weapons.
God, that's way too much. At least just end it off with just the twisted writer and that's it. Come on.
Right.
So yeah, Razor, you're up with your number 5 worst.
My number 5 worst is Dinosaur Hunt.
Oh yeah, that film.
This film, for a film called Dinosaur Hunt, there was hardly any dinosaur hunting. And and as I meant, and there's hardly any dinosaurs either. And when they do appear, they're disappointingly lackluster. And the dinosaur effects are abysmal, even for B movie standards. And the design is just bad. And the sound design is bad for lazy stock sound. Also, this film has dragons. What? Like, seriously, what is with these B movies, dinosaur B movies, having these out-of-place creatures? Like, there was this one that I saw with zombies. Then there was this one that had these head crabs and this discount scorpion king. And then there's one with dragons.
Wait, is it supposed to take place in the present day?
Yeah.
Yep.
And the film doesn't even offer much, even for the unintentional hilarity or wrath-worthy moments. Now you may be wondering, why do I bother with these types of B movies or critique them so harshly? Well, even low-budget films can offer entertainment or unintentional hilarity. There's simply no reason for this B movie to be this bad. So yeah.
All right, coming in at number 5. This was my number 1 worst film of the year for 4 months until I saw another movie that dethroned it, and I actually did change my list up a bit. My number 5 is Return to Silent Hill.
Oh boy. Oh god.
I'm going to say this right now. This is the worst Silent Hill movie ever.
Yeah, it's
Considering
legit.
that Silent Hill Revelation exists, that's something.
The story of this movie is basically an unfaithful adaptation of Silent Hill 2. The screenplay is absolutely atrocious. This is one of the worst screenplays of the entire year. The directing by Christoph Gans is atrocious. The acting is atrocious, especially from Jeremy Irvin, who is no James Sunderland.
Oh, by the way, this goes without saying, Christoph Gans either commit to making your own Silent Hill sequel or commit to making a reboot. Because, spoiler alert, you labeled this movie as Return to Silent Hill, indicating that it looks like a sequel when it's actually a reboot. Pick one. Either be a reboot or just let it be a sequel. You can't have it both ways.
Yep. Just choose one.
The cinematography is absolutely atrocious. The editing is god awful. The pacing is just a nightmare. This movie was 1 hour and 46 minutes. It felt like it was going on for 4.5 hours. The scares in this movie are just obnoxious. The CGI and visual effects are god awful, especially when we get to Pyramid Head and the designs of the monsters. Which, hang on, I'm about to pull those up. Give me a second, let me find those.
Get ready to see them again.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
Get ready for all the dildo jokes.
Well, and that's not the only time I'm going to be doing that.
Let me see if I can find them. Let me see if I can find it.
It's the rundown. Get ready for all the dildo jokes we're about to make.
Let me see if I can find them. Like if I can find it.
Do you want
Where
me
did I
to
put those? Where did I even put those?
It must be far down in your drive.
All right, let me find them. I'm gonna find them.
Do you want me to search it up on Google?
All right. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pull the images up on my phone. Give me a second. Return to Silent Hill. Pyramid Head.
I'm ready for it to run out to make a bunch of dildo jokes, but trust me, it's gonna be better than what we're gonna talk about later. In a bit.
All right. I got the image. Look at this.
Zooming in. Look at this.
Look at this.
That's supposed to be Pyramid Head?
That's not a pyramid head. That's more like a dildo head. The hell is that?
Hashtag not my pyramid head.
Look
I
at
want to shove that dildo up my ass.
Yeah, hashtag not my pyramid head.
The pyramid head.
All right.
The pyramid head.
Now look at this.
Ah.
Ew.
Ah!
What the
This what?
fuck?
This was allowed to be in theaters, by the way.
The pyramid head would make a great porno actor.
All right. Now look at this, the design of this monster.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
I imagine that thing having an orgy with Pyramid Head. You might as well rename the whole movie Silent Hill the Porno.
And the ending of this movie, the scares of this movie are just obnoxious. And this movie's ending was just a big fuck you to the audience. Because this movie's ending is basically just a flashback to the opening scene.
Yep.
That's some country ass bullshit.
V, what the hell is this ending?
Yeah. So there you go. That's why Return to Silent Hill is my number 5 worst film of 2026 so far. Fuck this movie. And the fact that there are 4 more movies that are worse than this show on just how awful the next 4 movies are. All right.
Time for our number 5 best. And spoiler, me and Razor have the same number 5 best. Oh, Paramount, we need to talk. Because the way you treated Avatar and The Last Airbender is absolutely appalling.
Yes.
Yep. Definitely.
Wait, apparently I did hear that it was going to be released in a small number of theaters. Thank God.
Yep,
It should
that's
have
actually true.
been released in theaters from the start.
Right.
Yes, they
Thank
should have
God
done
it's at
that.
least showing in some big screens. Thank God.
At
And
least
too
we
bad-
got
and too
that
bad-
for the moment.
And too bad I don't live in any of those places in order to find it, because like the way Paramount literally did it dirty by just moving it to Paramount Plus, and the fact that it got leaked by the username I'm Still Dissing. Oh, by the way, he was in jail. He's in jail now.
Right.
Yep, that's true.
Yep, it is true, actually.
Well, there's no topping Kyle A. Carosa when it comes to things you do online. Just saying.
Okay.
But yeah, and it's too bad that this film is done dirty because oh yeah, this film is coming out literally next week. So if you're an Avatar, if you're a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna make it a mandatory must-watch.
Mm-hmm.
I won't try to give I won't try to give anything away, because because we don't want to spoil anything outright, because we saw this from when it got leaked.
Mm-hmm. And
Or at
this
least
film,
yes.
Wait. Yeah, now look, I plan to watch this film. Like, I mean, I don't have Paramount Plus, but I plan to watch this film, like, rent it off iTunes when it's available, so I can properly support it. But this, like, seriously, Paramount, this in a way you kind of does, like, I'm more mad at Paramount of all things, because you mistreated, like, you don't have no respect for animation, and it's not just with Avatar. Look at what happened with Transformers 1, and you just keep giving us more SpongeBob and Paw Patrol movies, which...
Oh yeah, and that animated segment from Scary Movie.
And as well as their abysmal marketing towards Smurfs, who, mind you, they were willing to fucking desecrate a legacy like that. Like, I can make a list on why Paramount Animation can't be trusted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is why I hope that I think Paramount buying Warner Brothers is the worst outcome. But anyway, this film, like, let me just say the animation is solid. And, well, I do wish that the original voice actors got to reprise their roles as Team Avatar. The new voice actors do a great job. And, well, also, this film is also a good example of how to do fan service right, and something like, that's for the fans. Like, oh, this is something that fans will pick on, like, in the background, though I have some issues, but that's more of, like, with fans of the show, which I'll touch on later when I give it another viewing on my Letterboxd. But it was great. I do wish, however, that it was longer, because there's a lot between Korra and Legend of Korra and Avatar, which I still have to get to binging Legend of Korra for.
You
to
won't
prepare for the new
believe
Avatar
what I
series.
had to
But yeah,
go through
I enjoyed it.
this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for the most part, I enjoyed as a fan of the show. I enjoyed Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender.
And as an outsider to this show, I also really loved it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't able to see it, but there was something. There is something in the private chat that is worth mentioning. Do not say it out loud.
Okay, then I won't say it out loud. All right, Ethan, you're up.
All right. My number 5 is Project Hail Mary.
Hell
on.
yeah! Let's go.
This is a phenomenal movie that needs no introduction. I originally was not really looking forward to this movie, but after seeing the final product, holy moly, it was incredible. The story is fantastic. The screenplay is great. The directing by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller is terrific. The acting is also phenomenal, especially from Ryan Gosling. And also, James Orts did a great job as the vocal performance as Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Also, puppeteering.
Oh yeah, that too. The cinematography is breathtaking. The editing is amazing. The pacing is flawless through and through. The CGI and visual effects are some of the best CGI. This has some of the best CGI and visual effects of the entire year. And the score was terrific, and the ending really almost had me in tears. So there you have it. Project Hail Mary is my number 4 best film of the year. My number 5 best film of the year. Anyway,
All right.
on to number 4.
All right.
All right. Starting off the number 4s. Let me get it on the ready. Number 4.
no.
Remember when I said that Love Me was not even the worst film Amazon Prime released this year. That's because I had to suffer through Balls Up.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
Movie cartoon fanatic, Razor Rex, and Canadian Ribbon all suffered through this one on my server.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Well,
MCF.
here's, like,
That's
how can
us what you
Psycho
thought
Killer-
of the movie.
All right, then. Remember when I said at least Psycho Killer was interestingly bad? This movie is not even interestingly bad because all it only has one thing and one thing going for it, that it thinks it's funnier than it actually is. This movie is one huge dick joke. I'm not kidding. This movie, the only jokes this movie is willing to tell is just a bunch of dick, ball, and condom jokes. And not only are they not funny, some of them are actually fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Like seriously though, Peter Farley directed this. One half of the Farley brothers, and he's gonna be directing I Play Rocky. But yeah, this film was like this movie is just one huge dick joke, ranging from the scene where Mark Wahlberg and Paul Walter Hauser's characters literally eat penises with cocaine in it.
Ugh. Worst scene.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And spoiler, and other problems include both Paul Walter Hauser, both Mark Wahlberg and Paul Walter Hauser especially are unlikable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Paul Walter Hauser seems to only cause problems, and Mark Wahlberg, at this point, you've been in nothing but shit slop after shit slop after shit slop. We said this with Chris Pratt, and we're gonna say this to you. Both of y'all, you need your agents fired at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And like says it though, like this movie is not funny. It loses the plot halfway through because one half was about soccer, while the other half is them literally escaping to Argentina only to get caught.
Right.
And yeah, and like I said, all I kept saying to this movie is, "Oh my God, please tell different jokes. I am sick of hearing a ball joke every 5 minutes."
And when it wasn't ball jokes, the other humor was Brazilian stereotypes, which I can't speak for Brazilians, but come on.
So yeah, balls up. More like shove this movie's balls up my ass because it's my number 4 worst.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, at least our dick jokes were more funnier than anything in this movie.
For sure.
Yeah, especially the Silent Hill segment.
Before we move on to Razor Rex, MCF, what do you think was the worst scene in the movie?
As what I just stated, Mark Wahlberg and Paul Walter Hauser eating penises that have cocaine in it.
Oh
And
my
what about
God.
the scene with the fish?
Also
That was
gross.
the worst scene for me.
But yeah, like somehow our bald dick jokes that we made about Return to Silent Hill had more effort than this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Razor Rex, you're up.
All right, my number 4 worst movie is Killer Whale.
Oh God.
This film, now, with people complain about superhero fatigue, which there's debate with that, but I enjoy superhero movie content outside of the MCU. That's been pretty good. But what about killer animal fatigue? We've been getting more of those lately, a lot of those, and they're all underwhelming. And they're all derivative of one another, such as the case with Killer Whale. Which, first up, there was actually this orca horror movie. I didn't see it, but it recently had an anniversary, but I plan to check it out sometime. First up, how do you mess up an orca horror movie? Like, these creatures are terrifyingly intelligent, fast, agile, and powerful. Yet, in Killer Whale, the titular animal could have been literally swapped out for any other animal. Like, it could have been swapped out with a shark, and the same effect would have been achieved. And the CGI and green screen is embarrassing. I understand the limitations of a small budget, and the film offers no genuine scares to compensate. And I was actually thought of being generous, like, only giving it 1 star. But then, you know what? It's half a star. There's simply no excuse for this kind of animal schlock. Like, there are all these people complain about sequels, reboots, and superhero franchises, but the repetition of animal horror movies is somewhat even more frustrating when they just reuse the same template over and over again, and yet somehow still keep being made.
And yet this was released in theaters and was released by Lionsgate.
Yes.
So this has no excuse because now this was backed up by a bigger studio.
Right. Exactly.
All right.
If you get released to theaters and if you're especially backed up by bigger companies, you have no excuse here, mate.
Exactly. All right. Coming in at my number 4 is a public domain horror film set in the Twisted Childhood universe.
Oh no.
My number 4 is Minnie's Midnight Massacre.
Oh no. Oh god.
As if Minnie Mouse didn't suffer enough from Family Guy.
The story of this movie thinks, MCF, look at DreamWorks Animation fans' comment!
Alright, let me say. Wait. Oh yeah, if I was in it, yeah, my alternate self would definitely agree with you on that.
Alright, back to the movie. Hollywood, just stop. Please, just stop with this Twisted Childhood universe. The story of this movie is just almost non-existent. The screenplay is absolutely atrocious. The directing by Brent Bettman is atrocious. The acting is absolutely terrible, especially from our 5 main leads, who are obnoxious throughout the movie. And their characters are despicable. We're supposed to sympathize with these characters, even though they shoved Minnie in a storm shelter and leave her there for 20 fucking years.
That is straight up bullshit.
Yep. The cinematography is absolutely atrocious. The color grading is god-awful. The editing is all over the place, and the pacing is just a nightmare. This movie was 79 minutes. The film goes going on for 4.5 hours.
And that's not even going to mention the AI they used for the rats.
Oh yeah, they used AI for the rats in this. They used AI for the rats in this movie.
4 or 5 times.
Yeah, the kills in this movie are just bland and uninteresting. And there's a scene where Minnie actually shoves a diaper full of human shit in another person's face.
Ew.
Gross.
That belongs on DeviantArt. If you're like, just use DeviantArt if you're gonna post that.
I'm pretty sure Andrew Ditch would have the time of his fucking life.
And the ending of this movie is just a big fuck you to the audience. So, oh yeah, and last I forget to mention, the director of this movie apparently harassed Don C. Corleone too.
Because
What?
of course, because if someone makes a public domain horror movie, the filmmakers need to harass the user, all because they gave their honest opinion, and all because they disliked the movie. Wrestling Waterfield did the same with Cody Leach.
Oh my god. Now,
So there you have it. That's why Minnie's Midnight Massacre is my 4th worst film of the year. And oh boy, just you wait till I get to the top 3, because the top 3 movies are even worse.
Oh boy.
So
All
yeah,
right.
Minnie's Midnight Massacre is my number 4. Fuck this movie.
All right, me and Racer share the same number 4 as well, because our number 4
Okay, I'll
is
be right
Project
back.
Hail Mary.
Right on, Project Hail Mary. Woo!
Phil Lord and Chris Miller continue to do it again with their exceptional filmmaking, whether
Mhm.
it's animated or live action.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this one was definitely fantastic. Ryan Gosling yet again proves to continue on his good streak of films as well,
Mm-hmm.
with one of his best performances, and as well as the amazing cinematography. And don't forget our little show stealer, Rocky.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Amazing.
Hold on.
Amazing.
Let me give
amazing.
the proper. If you saw the movie, you'd get it. But yeah, I enjoyed this movie. It was charming. It was heartfelt, charming, and that ending was emotional. And the production value was just amazing. Mm-hmm.
You can tell that Phil Lord and Chris Miller really did lean on using practical effects for this one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And yeah, and they definitely did a good job at adapting Andy Weir's book as well, who also written The Martian.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
yeah, so yeah, and it was that, and yeah, Project Hail Mary was definitely peak. Although there were 3 other films we saw that we liked more than this.
Yep.
But
Mhm.
in the meantime, we'll wait until Ethan comes back.
Right.
Oh my God! I heard about that announcement.
Oh man.
Oh God.
Like seriously though, like if they're actually gonna use AI for Alvin and the Chipmunks, then I think we all owe an apology to the 2015 series.
Mm-hmm.
Because while they looked nothing like Chipmunks in that series, at least they were made by humans.
Right.
All right, we're just waiting for Ethan to get here.
All right, I have
All right.
returned. My number 4 is Obsession.
Oh yeah, before you talk about this, fuck you, Alex Myers.
Alex Myers, what?
He got himself in controversy for a dog shit review on this movie. Basically, he tried to
Oh.
defend Bear.
Right. Right.
Right. I love this movie. I didn't know much about this movie, but after seeing the final product myself, this was a fucking thrill ride. The story is excellent. The writing is terrific. The directing by Curry Barker is fantastic. The acting is absolutely phenomenal, especially when it comes to Michael Johnson and Indy Navarrete. And Andy Richter's in this movie as well, just to let you know. It has a great cinematography, fantastic editing. It's scary throughout. I loved the jump scares in this movie. The soundtrack is great. The editing is fantastic. The pacing is superb throughout. And the ending is something that I did not see coming.
Imagine being such a coward that you end up having to destroy someone's life. Oh, because you can't be bothered to just ask them out.
So there you go. That's why Obsession is my number 4.
Number 3.
Number 3.
You're gonna be the movie that most people would put as their number 1 is only my 3rd worst. Like this was originally gonna be number 2 until I saw another film that caught our attention. My number 3 worst, Razor Rex brought it up, and it has on my list as my number 3 worst, Animal Farm 2026.
Oh my God!
Look at all this!
Fucking
They want this!
fucking shit!
Like this is a film that was so like there's so much that you can point to it wrong with it. The fact that Angel Studios were going out of the way to attack the critics of this movie, as well as Andy Serkis putting the words of a dead guy. Hey, the reason why George Orwell couldn't make the story you wanted to make is because he was already dead. To the fact
Normally,
that this movie
I don't like using a dead creator to bash on something, but this might be an exception.
To the fact that this movie disgraces the original story at every turn, like says, like one of the big offenders, aside from the modernization you brought up, it's the fact that they couldn't even get basic rules basically being 2 legs good, 4 legs good, 2 legs bad, but they would end up changing it to, I wish I was kidding, 2 legs, 4 legs good, 2 legs better. And also, why are we letting humans on the farm? Like you're literally letting humans on your farm. How do you get that so wrong?
Exactly.
And just like with the Lorax 2012, they decided to add in so much absurd stuff that, no joke, was not even in the original Animal Farm, neither the book or the 1954 movie. They added this new CEO woman who helps Napoleon modernize the farm so much that it becomes unrecognizable, and you have a climax where a dam basically floods the farm.
Yep.
And they reduced the story from basically a call out on Justice Stalin, and they reduced it to a good versus evil story. You just got rid of the nuances of Animal Farm, the book and the message that George Orwell tried to send. You know what?
And you basically reduced it to being a clone of the Lion King, complete with this new character named Lucky, whom they added, who didn't even exist in the original story. But I'd rather watch the Lion King 2019 over this, because even that movie had the actual balls to kill off Mufasa.
Yes.
Oh, and funny how you brought Lucky up, because it makes sense that Cinecite was responsible for this and Smurfs 2025 in terms of butchering something that was beloved and introducing a new character that we don't give a shit about.
Right.
Well, and having annoying as fuck villains, because Seth Rogen as Napoleon was absolutely fucking obnoxious. And then I mentioned that
when I think Napoleon from Animal Farm, I totally think Seth Rogen.
And of course, they had to give us a fart joke.
Right. And they referenced the name of the movie that we don't talk about.
This is Sound of Freedom.
Fuck you, movie.
Right.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
And you may be wondering, why is this movie not number 1 on my list? Well, it did come from a somewhat conservative company like Angel Studios, but Animal Farm, at least this adaptation, doesn't feel conservative, even if the intentions were just borderline insulting. The top 2 movies are 100% conservative.
Right.
And also, before we move on, play a drinking game for how many times that Seth Rogen does his stupid laugh throughout the entire movie. We actually counted. He does it. He does it 11 times.
11 times.
Like
Yeah.
seriously though, like the one positive is that while it did come from a company that was conservative, at least the bottom two are actually somewhat morally reprehensible.
Mm-hmm.
Hence
Right.
why I'm willing to give it the slightest pass of only being third worst compared to what's coming up in the bottom two.
Mm-hmm.
So Razor, you're up.
Okay. My number two. Oh, number three.
number
My
three.
number three worst movie we talked about already. Balls Up. Tell
Oh,
me
God.
if this sounds annoying. Dick. Balls. Penis. 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 Because that's the entire fucking movie. This movie, and when it wasn't, it was Brazilian stereotypes, which I can't speak for Brazilians, but come on. And also, it's apparently a whole controversy of casting Portuguese actors to play Brazilian actors, but that's not my line to speak. But this film, it got old. Like, that one kind of joke got old. We've already talked about the scene where Mark Wahlberg and what's his name? Paul Walter Hauser's characters eat condoms filled with cocaine. Well, that scene, as gross as that scene was, that was not the worst scene. And I spoiled this on Letterboxd because no one should endure this. The worst scene was when a Candiro fish swims up Mark Wahlberg's dick. Ugh. And Paul Walterhausen's character had to remove it with his teeth. Out of all things I didn't need to see in life, seeing that was definitely not one of them. I did not need to see that. Yes, we actually see it. Though I should clarify something with the kangaroo. There are real cases of those fishes entering bodily orifices, but they do not swim up streams of urine. Actual victims were bathing or washing in the water when the fish slipped in. But that's besides the point. And yeah, this film also the two leads were unbearable, with Paul Walterhausen's character being the worst of the two because he kickstarted the whole events by attacking that mascot.
Brazilian sausage.
Yeah. Seriously. And this film came close to being number 2, but then this other film came up with because as bad as this movie was, at best, it was just stupid. At worst, it was gross.
And spoiler alert, me and Razor have the same top 2 as well.
Mhm.
Oh, buddy. Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
All right. My number 3 is a movie that I'm shocked that it isn't my number 1. That I'm sure that you guys are shocked isn't my number 1. My number 3 is a super progressive movie.
Oh boy,
Oh,
this movie.
This.
God.
We'll be getting. Oh boy. Well, we love tearing this one apart, and we're gonna keep doing it until probably by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yes, we basically tore this apart in the February stream as well as the April stream.
Yeah, I'm sure that you guys are shocked that this isn't my number 1. Because I saw 2 more, but there are 2 more movies that are worse than this.
Mm-hmm.
The story of this movie is just non-existent. What story even is there? Is there a story to this movie? I don't think so.
No.
The writing is awful because the dialogue is just cringe. Unbelievably cringe.
It's nothing but anti-woke comments throughout the entire movie.
Mm-hmm.
It has atrocious directing, awful voice acting, especially from oh my god, this voice acting is atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
The animation is hideous.
Like, especially from and for two things. One, that nasally guy especially is awful to listen to. And two, reminder that this was released in theaters.
How did this
In
get a
Australia.
theatrical release?
The editing is atrocious. The pacing is just a nightmare. This movie was 86 minutes. It felt like it was going on for 4.5 hours. I didn't laugh once throughout the movie. Every single attempt at humor in this movie, all the humor in this movie is just shock value. That's it. Oh yeah, guess what? The running gag for this movie is apparently animal cruelty.
Oh, yeah.
And they're
That
saying,
part made my blood boil.
and they're trying to make
Yes.
and they're trying
And
to
there
make
was
us
this
think,
one scene with a snake, which.
and they're trying to make us think that it was funny, but in reality, it's not.
Bullshit.
Also,
Double
also,
bullshit.
Also, there's this trans character at the beginning of the movie named Stacy, who dances in an extremely suggestive manner. And during our watch along, I said, "No, we'd rather see Rias Gremory do that than you."
Yes. At least from what I gathered, High School DxD is basically, let me put it bluntly, smut, but it's well written smut. Yeah.
And the ending. Oh, the worst character in the entire film goes to Uncle Murray.
Yes.
Like on top of him treating Pete abysmally, along with every other character, he literally decides to abandon everyone and let his city burn down, and only really goes back to save them because a ghost told him to.
Yes. Also, he steals a cop car.
And the
Our
ending
hero,
of this
everyone.
movie. The ending of this movie. What? Fuck that ending.
Seriously, Uncle Murray is more worried about the fact that he lost his limbs than how he and the others treated Pete.
Right.
So there you have it. That's why a super progressive movie is my number 3 worst film of 2026 so far. And the fact that there are 2 more movies on my worst list that are even worse than this just shows just how bad the next 2 are.
Yeah.
Oh boy! So kicking off in third place on my list. My third place is No Other Choice. In the first movie I watched from Park Chan-wook, this was definitely a great introduction to give you the basic premise of what this film is about. The basic premise is that alright, to give you the basic premise of what this film is about, this movie is about a laid-off paper company employee who decides to murder his job competitors to secure a new position. This film is a dark satire on the ruthless modern job market, and it has not only some sharp humor, social commentary, and as well as some of the performances being really damn good. It's both funny and it has some good social critique and actually executed smartly. As opposed to another film that got lots of Oscars, which I feel like this should have gotten there as well. But yeah, No Other Choice was absolute peak, and definitely my favorite international film of the year so far.
Mm-hmm.
Razor, you're up.
All right. My number 3 choice is God Is. This film is also one of the most underrated films. Like, seriously, this film deserves more attention. The film is based on a play by Alicia Harris, and she is directing the film. And this is a and she the direction alone is worth for this film seen. Like, it has a stylistic choice, and that is visually striking, engaging, and surprisingly humorous at times. And also, it gets created. While it does get intense, some of the violence is shown off screen, which honestly creates more impact. And the cast is amazing. Cara Young and Mallory Johnson, they have compelling chemistry, and I can't wait to see what they bring into future roles. And the villain, played by Sterling K. Brown, he was menacing and unforgettable. And yeah, this film, it's worth checking out. Like, seriously, check this film out. It's worth your time.
All right, Ethan, you're up.
All right. My number 3 is Backrooms.
Nice. I had the
Right
same
on.
placement as you.
Plan to check it, give it another watch sometime.
Yep. A24 does it again. I was really looking forward to this movie. This managed to be even better than my expectations. The story is extremely faithful to the original YouTube web series it's based on. The directing by Kane Parsons is terrific. The screenplay is also great. The acting is phenomenal here. My favorite performance in the film goes to Chiwetel Ejiofor as Clark. The cinematography is great. The editing is fantastic. Flawless pacing throughout. The jump scares are really clever. The atmosphere is extremely terrifying. The sound design is fantastic, and the ending really satisfied me. So there you have it. Backrooms is my number 3. And oh dear! As for our top two worst, oh boy.
Oh,
I have a lot to
boy.
rant on with my top 2.
Oh God!
All right,
Here we
so-
go.
And me and Razor Rex, we have the same top 2. Remember
Yeah.
when we said that as bad as Animal Farm was, at least this film, while it did come from Angel Studios, who might be conservative, the movie itself didn't feel like it was conservative. This was unintentionally conservative. And the reason why I say unintentionally is because of the media discourse that surrounded it. Because our number 2, Uwe Boll, stop making movies. Because our number 2 is Citizen Vigilante.
God.
This film, if you know me, I'm not the biggest fan of the Boondock Saints, but after watching this film, perhaps I treated you too harshly. Because this film, first of all, it's such a match made in hell. Uwe Boll and Armie Hammer. And I'm not caught up with Uwe Boll's filmography, but I've heard people say that it's his worst film. And I can certainly say that it's atrocious. As I said earlier with Balls Up, that movie was just stupid and gross. And this film was downright hateful. While watching it, I felt icky. And not icky as in watching something like The Island of Giant Bugs or something. That was a different kind of icky. Icky, what am I watching? And, it's not just bad, it's downright hateful. it portrays immigrants and people of color as unceasingly aggressive offenders protected by a broken justice system. And the protagonist is not only a hypocrite, but he's a total psychopath. Like, there was this scene where, just to prove a point, he caused a person to die in a car crash.
And there's a scene where Armie Hammer's character actually kills an entire family.
Yeah, that scene was awful too.
And the cherry on top is that this movie is supposedly dedicated to rape and murder victims who were wronged by the justice system.
My ass.
Even though it
Yeah.
was barely mentioned in the film whatsoever.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
Just like how Cuties was supposed to be against child exploitation.
or how
Right.
the woman in the yard was supposed to be dedicated to suicide victims.
And what's even more hypocritical is, like, it stars an actor notorious for his abuse and cannibalism allegations, and directed by someone who exploited German tax laws. Seriously, fuck you, movie. Not cool.
Like seriously though, like, and this movie was so bad that it got itself banned in Germany.
Yeah. Not even Uwe Boll's home country wanted anything to do with it.
And
what's
is NC-17 over here?
And this movie created a discourse where both the right and the left groups really didn't make a show out of it. Like, the right especially wanted to use this movie just to celebrate and boost about their ego.
Yeah. Like, Uwe Boll made a AI-generated image, which I'm not even, at this point, I shouldn't be surprised that he's resorted to generative AI.
Yeah.
So, like the protagonist in Citizen Vigilante killing Supergirl.
Right?
Real classy, Uwe Boll. Real
Like, yeah,
classy.
sure.
And speaking of Supergirl, I saw that movie a couple days ago. I thought it was fine. I thought it was decent.
I thought it
Yeah,
was
but-
fine too.
Yeah, but yeah, sir, Supergirl wasn't that great of a movie, but Railway Bull, like that, like to give you an idea of how much the right really took advantage of that. Like, Elon Musk literally put this movie up on his Twitter. I'm not kidding. It's on Twitter, and he literally gave support to this movie.
Not surprised.
You posted an NC-17 movie on Twitter. God damn, Elon. God damn.
Oh, let's not forget the fact that this movie got banned in Germany.
We already
Yeah.
said that.
You mentioned
And
that.
of course, even Elway Bull wanted Donald Trump to watch it.
I'm pretty sure that's likely.
Like, and I'm sure, and the way the left also got really angry at this movie. Which, don't get me wrong, we hate this movie too because, spoiler alert, even if you take up the politics out of the equation, it's still a shit
bad.
movie.
It's still
Like-
awful.
The editing
even
and
if you-
cinematography are atrocious.
And as well as the action sequences being awful, as well as the movie being a total bore fest. And with an unlikable main character who just kills people because the plot says so.
Mm-hmm.
So even if we take up the politics, we would still hate this movie. But the
Exactly.
controversy really made it all the worse for us from both right and left people. However,
Mhm.
there is one reason why this movie is not number one. This movie came off as more unintentionally conservative, as it more or less just happened that way, and it was more so the controversy that more or less plagued the film. Number one was 100% conservative, and from both me and Razor X's point of view.
You're not
That's why-
going to believe the IMDb score this movie has. You're not going to fucking believe it.
And no wonder this movie got review bombed on Letterboxd.
Yep.
Yeah,
It actually deserved it.
wait, it was 6.5 before, and then you look at something like Her Private Hell, which pretty much has the same IMDb score as Cuties. Why? Really? This has almost the same score as Cuties, while Citizen Vigilante has a 6 point something. Really makes you think, does it?
Mm-hmm.
And had
I'm
and
pretty
what?
sure
And
it's
before
just
we
idiots
move on,
with-
and before we move on to Ethan's number 2, we have one message to both Uwe Boll and Army Hammer. Go away.
Go away and never come back. Leave and never come back.
I'm
Uwe
pretty
Boll,
sure.
Uwe Boll, just stick to your restaurant or just go to boxing. Stop making movies. And Army Hammer, just go back to selling real estate.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that IMDb score, the high IMDb score, is just idiots with no taste.
All right. Now for the top 2. For number 2 and number 1. For a couple weeks, it was a tough decision. But after careful thinking, you know what? I decided which movie should be number 2, which movie should be number 1. I saw this movie on June 28th. My number 2 is Scary Movie 2026.
Or Scary Movies 6.
Which I haven't seen the movie, and I'm hesitant to see it because I heard of a certain joke. But the way it could be summed is this: don't just reference modern shit, you idiot. That's not comedy.
Yeah.
How this franchise has fallen from grace.
Is it like and you still consider this worse than Scary Movie 5?
You know what? Thinking about it, yes, it is worse than Scary Movie 5.
What a switcheroo.
Yep. After careful thinking, I said, you know what? This is worse than Scary Movie 5. It's that bad. The story of this movie is non-existent. There's no story. All it is just a bunch of stupid parodies, and that's it. The writing is absolutely atrocious. The directing is awful. The acting is atrocious. Anna Faris is atrocious in this movie. Also, Regina Hall and everyone else gives out a terrible, awful performance.
Why am I surprised? I mean, it's Jailbreak,
Especially
the Emoji Movie
The
after all.
Wayans brothers.
Why am I surprised? I mean, it's
The
Jailbreak.
cinematography is atrocious. I'm going to say this right now. This is the worst cinematography I've seen for a movie this entire year. The editing is all over the place. The pacing is a nightmare. God, this movie was 96 minutes. It felt like it was going on for 5 hours. I did not laugh once throughout the movie. All this, like with the super progressive movie, all this movie is just shock humor. All this movie is in terms of humor is shock value.
Like says, there was a joke called "fuck your pronouns."
Don't even get me
I
started
wasn't
on
thinking
that.
that. And
This
of
kind of
course,
edgy
there's a
humor
big-
should have stayed dead, honestly.
Exactly.
And of course, they have to
Yeah.
throw in a 6-7 joke.
Not to mention they made a joke on the Epstein files.
How
And
insensitive.
this movie's ending was just a big fat middle finger to the audience. This would have been my number one worst film of the year if it were for another movie that I saw earlier. If this movie, Scary Movie 2026, would have been my number one worst film of the year if it were for one more movie I saw at my AMC theater on May 5th. And oh boy, we'll get to that when I get to it.
Okay, I got interrupted when saying this, but why am I not surprised that it's Anna Faris? I mean, she was Jailbreak from the Emoji Movie, so it's not really that much of a surprise that she's in this.
But then again, Anna Faris also played Sam Sparks in Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs, and she was fine there.
I mean, I'm talking about in recent years.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Like I said, this would have been number one if it hadn't been for one. But I saw one more movie at my AMC theater on May 5th that was even worse, and we'll get to that in a bit. So there you have it. Scary Movie 2026 is my number 2 worst film of the year so far. Fuck this movie, and the Wayans brothers ought to be ashamed of themselves.
Now let's get into the positive.
Let's get to the
All right.
positives.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 best, Alex Myers. Your review was shit, and the way you tried to make Obsession look like your review of Obsession, it was absolute dog shit. I don't think anyone will disagree on that. First of all, no, do not sympathize with Bear because throughout this movie, what I love about it is that this movie is that Bear is clearly the bad guy here. Like this could have been like he did not need to ruin Nikki's life. So instead of going to her and just admitting to her, instead you use a Make-A-Wish willow in order for her to love you. And yeah, and this movie is definitely scary as fuck because I've always been single and I'm still single to this day. If there's any movie that pretty much makes me believe that I should always stay single, it has to be this. Not just because I don't want to end up like Bear, but because I also don't want to. Because if Nikki was the way that she was because of Bear, I would not want to be in a relationship ever.
Yeah, and the Discord orb quest was just as scary.
Like, trust me, I do not want to ruin someone's life. I don't just because I'm too much of a coward to try and to speak up to them. I mean, and this is yet another on my laundry list of why I don't want to be in a relationship out of fear of what I could end up being like or whose life I could ruin. But on top of that, but still, the film is still really damn good in its own right. Because this film is from the direction of Curry Baker being horrifying to think about. But also because, but Indian Navarrete's performance as Nikki Freeman was definitely one of my favorite performances of the year. But Michael Johnson also does really good as well. This is the kind of film that when you watch it, it starts to bring out your worst fears in relationships. And and like I said, Alex Myers, your review is dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, by the way, did I forget to mention that he tried to do damage control? By the way,
Why am I not surprised?
but yeah, Obsession would have been my favorite film of the year had I not saw one other film soon after. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
Right.
Razor up your turn.
My number 2 film is the Amazing Digital Circus: The Last Act.
Oh,
And
okay.
This film,
Great.
I give this film 5 stars. When I saw it the first time in theaters, and then I saw the finale later, when I saw it in theaters, I gave it 5 stars, and it was not just fan enthusiasm. it's a legit great movie, and it was a great conclusion to the series. And thanks, Gruesworks. You didn't deserve what happened to you, but like this film, it was great. Let me just bring up something. The film,
and by the way, Butch Hartman, this is how you do a movie, not whatever the greatest thing ever a garden cartoon movie was.
right? And it's also great that this film got released in theaters. Like, I mean, like, granted, it's just the last 2 episodes are combined, but hey, I'm counting it. And yeah, it explores forgiveness, the lingering effects of trauma, and the intricate connections between artificial intelligence and human empathy. And each character, and like the characters undergo, like, it shows how the arcs are meaningful, and the story accumulates in a finale that defies expectations. Yeah, I said again, thanks, Cruiseworks, and this was a great send-off.
Ethan, you're up.
All right. My number 2 is a movie that I saw on January 16th. My number 2 is 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
666, the number of the beast. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
This is a movie that manages to be even better than its predecessor in every single aspect, in terms of storytelling, directing, screenplay, acting, with the biggest highlight of the movie going to Ralph Fiennes. The zombie designs here look terrific. It's even scarier than the first film. It's beautifully shot throughout, and the editing is great. The pacing is, again, flawless. The score was great. My favorite scene of the film easily goes to the number of the beast scene.
And the fact that I got to see this one, and I got to see this film alone in a theater. No, like the theater was entirely empty, so having this one to myself and having to witness that was definitely an experience.
Mm-hmm.
And the ending of this movie really has me hyped for 28 Years Later 3.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this would have been my favorite film of the year so far if it hadn't been for one more movie that I saw back on May 18th. So that's why 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple is my second favorite film of the year so far.
Oh boy.
Danny Boyle, well done, sir.
Oh boy, here it comes.
Or
The
Nia
top
DaCosta,
one.
well done, ma'am.
The top one.
Time for me and Razor's number 1 worst.
Oh boy.
boy.
Here it comes.
This
Here
film.
it comes.
We get to tear this one apart. We tore this apart like practically twice at this point, and I don't think any movie later this year will even come close to topping it. Our number 1 worst was 100% conservatively made. Our number 1 is a super offensive movie.
Where do I start
God.
with this film?
Wait a minute. We've talked about this film ad nauseum, and I think in order to help spare our sanity, we're just gonna go over the top 5 worst things about this movie, and I'm gonna bring up the top 5 worst things about a super progressive movie. I put this in the private chat, so get ready. Number 5, the animation is disgusting, and it doesn't belong in theaters.
Yes. All of the characters look like they're possessed by an alien, or they're overly detailed and ugly because we need to be like South Park and Family Guy, hurdy-dur.
Hold the mayo.
Like seriously though, seriously, the works of Glitch and Vivzy Pop were more worthy of being on the big screen than this.
Yeah. Also, this movie is everything that people make busy pop movies out as.
Number 4. This movie embodies everything wrong with adult animation with this film's horrible comedy and disgusting gross-out humor.
Yes. There are multiple. As Razorx has been saying, there's a sequence where a guy gets penetrated by a snake.
And of course, this movie this movie has every embodiment of what the worst of adult animation could offer. And this one is not funny at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's nothing but anti-woke comments. And basically nothing else outside of the adult slop humor, which has been beaten to the ground for over for like 2 decades at this point.
All right,
And this,
number
I
3.
can see Matt Stone and Trey Parker having this "I have become death" moment when they made South Park, seeing all the copycats.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There was actually a violent brawl that happened in one of the movie theaters that was showing it. I'm gonna bring up the video file. Don't worry, it is not copyrighted.
All right, but we'll continue. Number 3, every character is beyond unlikable.
To put this into perspective, the only character that is even remotely likable is Pete, but he gets treated abysmally throughout this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like seriously though, like Uncle Murray is just the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But some of the other characters are not much better. Better by all that much. That nasally guy that we see in the beginning wants to kill Pete because Pete didn't compliment Stacy for her suggestive dance, even though as a guy this is offensive because there are some guys out there who are asexual.
Mm-hmm.
Or to those who are virgins. Like,
Right.
I'm not kidding. Like Daisy is also horrible. Like sissy though. Fuck this movie for having a transphobic caricature who has the same name as a Nintendo character.
I believe the name was actually Stacy, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Number 2. This movie is beyond hate-filled towards everyone.
Yes. Yes, we brought. Yes. As stated just a second ago, with how this movie is offensive towards guys. The movie is sexist towards women. The guy, Stacy's boyfriend, who I found out is named Lance. He says that only the man can fight in the battle while women have to stand to the side. And there's also a sequence where this lawyer constantly says the R word. Seriously, did Mr. Horse? Did you write this movie?
And of course, there is scenes of animal cruelty. Like, this movie is hateful towards everyone. If you're part of the LGBT, you're gonna hate this. This movie hates you. If you're an animal,
Yes.
this movie hates you. If you're a guy, this movie hates you. If you're a trans, this movie hates you. If you're a woman, this movie hates you. If you're a person with common sense, this movie hates you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it constantly uses words like anti-woke language like manspreading and mansplaining.
And they don't stop. And going back to the topic of this movie's abominable comedy, there are moments where there are specific things that this movie does that it feels like it's making a pun out of, but it's not funny in the slightest. Like, they literally live in a bubble and they're on this journey to claim the victimhood.
Simpsons did it. And finally, the number 1 worst thing about a super progressive movie is that this movie is everything wrong with chuds and grifters and why they can't make good content to save their lives. Because this movie is actually evil.
Right.
At least, I mean, with Animal Farm 2026, at worst, that was just a terrible adaptation of a beloved book.
This movie is nothing but panders to the grifters and chuds who most likely will praise this shit. Like they did with Citizen Vigilante. But at least with Citizen Vigilante, that was more unintentional. Like
Yes.
whereas this movie was hateful and knew what it was from the start.
I remember seeing that IMDb review, and that one person literally used the fact that the movie is a comedy to excuse it, even though being a comedy does not absolve you from criticism. Like I haven't seen people use this defense to defend something like Helen Back or the Emoji Movie, but even those movies are better than this.
And keep in mind, and when I said that grifters and right-wing people cannot make good content on their own, I don't just mean stuff like this. I also apply this to the Daily Wire, who gave us Mr. Bertram, and whatever the hell brought us the new norm.
Yeah.
Like how would on record, how the chuds have actually ruined media discourse.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me put it like this: a super progressive movie is worse than those dumb parody movies like Epic Movie or Disaster Movie, because those were just trying to tell jokes. A super progressive movie is actually trying to tell a freaking story.
And this movie has cliches like the road trip narrative as well as the chosen one narrative. And this movie, like I'm just gonna say it, this movie's actually evil and deserves way more of the hate, if not just as much as Citizen Vigilante. Because this film, like, it feeds off of getting a rise out of people on social media. Like we know idiots like Matt Walsh and Ben Shapiro and the Quartering. They feed off of shit like this. And this is what panders to their horrible mindset. Like, I do not want to hear the word, oh, this is woke. This movie's bad because woke. Oh, because it serves women. I don't want to hear that because you just have proven that you cannot make good content to save your lives. You're not the rebuttal to the woke stuff. You're literally worse than most most movies that come from Disney nowadays. I don't think I can describe how much I loathe this movie with a passion. This isn't just probably one of the worst animated movies I've seen. This is one of the worst films I've seen in my life.
Yes. This movie is hands down a locked candidate for a list of the worst animated movies of the 2020s decade.
Right.
And I am
It could be up there.
And this movie is and always will stay as me and Razor Rex's #1 worst film of 2026. Fuck this movie and fuck Pauline Hanson.
Yeah, this movie actually made a movie Cartoon Fanatic apologize to both Smurfs 2025 and Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie.
Really?
Because as horrible as they were, at least they weren't hate-filled towards every single one of us. And I don't want to hear the defense that it's a comedy or etc. Oh, well, you're just offended because you're a leftist. I don't want to hear that shit. This movie is awful, period. Ethan, please take the floor with your worst pick.
Folks, it's come to this. I saw this piece of filth at my AMC theater on May 5th. I'm going to say this right now. This is the worst. I'm going to say this right now. This is not only the worst movie I've seen this year, but as of right now, but it is also in neck and neck with Space Jam: A New Legacy as being the worst movie I've seen this decade so far.
Oh boy.
Really?
Worse than Joker probably doing the Garfield movie?
Oh yes, it is worse.
Oh, interesting.
My number one worst film of the year so far is indeed Animal Farm.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Tear it away, Ethan. Give it what it deserves.
Andy Serkis. How dare you? Andy Serkis, how dare you? Angel Studios, how dare you? This movie is a disgrace. This movie is a disgrace in every single aspect. The more I thought about this movie, the worse it got. Like, this movie is an abortion to cinema. This movie is an abortion to cinema. The story is a complete slap in the face to the original novel by George Orwell. It was based on. The screenplay is the absolute worst of the year. Because it contains the worst dialogue I have heard in a film all year. The directing by Andy Serkis is downright abysmal. The voice acting is atrocious. You have Gator Matarazzo, you have Glenn Close, Woody Harrelson, Andy Serkis himself, Iman Vellani, Jim Parsons, Kathleen Turner, Iman Vellani, Steve Buscemi. They all give out horrendous vocal performances in the movie, but that's the worst vocal performance of the movie goes to Seth Rogen as Napoleon.
Of course.
Not to mention, guess who else is in this movie? Kieran Culkin.
Yep.
My God! Seth Rogen's vocal performance as Napoleon really got under my skin in a matter of seconds. Especially with his obnoxious laugh.
This happens 11
That
times.
sounds awesome. I love to laugh.
Oh my God! The animation is disgusting. It is disgusting.
Like, look at this poster. Like, literally look at this poster and tell me if this even remotely fits what Animal Farm is even about. Like, look at this for a sec. Does this look like Animal Farm?
Hell no! 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 It does not whatsoever.
And do you guys remember in the original 1954 movie when there was an Old MacDonald rap?
Oh my God! The editing is atrocious and, oh my God, the fucking pacing! The motherfucking pacing! This movie was 96 minutes. It felt like it was going on for 5.5 hours. me started on the fucking humor. Like, there is a scene where Napoleon literally throws out a fucking fart joke.
That's the Sound of Freedom.
This is Sound of Freedom.
You movie. Fuck you. Fuck you.
And with Seth Rogen as Napoleon, he throws out his laugh a total of 11 times throughout this entire
11
movie.
times. That really irritated me. Yeah, and like I said, I saw this at the AMC theater. This movie tortured me. This movie was pure torture. And the ending of this movie pissed me off.
They reduced it to a good versus evil story.
Fuck
As
you,
well as
movie.
As well as a Lion King clone, but a pale one at that.
Yeah, I'm already sweating here just by talking about this fucking movie.
I'm just gonna come out and say it. This is like if the Lorax 2012 was released in the modern day. Only, at least with the Lorax 2012, that had the memes going for it.
Mm-hmm.
And at least how bad can I be is at least fun to listen to for out of context memes.
Oh, and let's not forget to mention this movie shoehorns in there's a scene in this movie where they played the Price is Right theme. Oh, and let's not forget the fact that they literally have Squealer drive a supercar in a fucking swimming pool.
This
Right.
was supposed to take place during the 19,000s.
Yes. And not to
And
mention
yes,
either.
George Orwell is indeed rolling furiously in his grave.
Yes. They also have Napoleon going all like, "Look at all this deliciousness. They want this."
Let's get that out of my face.
Let's
So-
move on.
So, in conclusion, Animal Farm 2026 is an absolute disgrace to not just George Orwell's work and not just to animation, but also to the film industry.
All right.
And the fact
That,
that
folks, is why Animal Farm. I don't want to hear anybody. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear the "it's just a kids movie" excuse. Fuck off with that.
exactly. We already talked about it with Debbie's Dollhouse, and it applies here.
Yes, it applies here. And all those reasons explain why Animal Farm 2026 is my #1 worst movie of 2026 so far. And this will stay at my #1 worst at the end. And this will indeed be my #1 worst at the end of the year. Without a question. Fuck this movie! Fuck this movie!
And Angel Studios, you can get bent for the way you marketed this movie, which was nothing but insulting the critics.
I'm done. I am done.
We haven't forgotten about that. We heard your concerns about Animal Farm 2026 video.
Right.
Oh yeah, seriously though, like if you say you don't like this
Let's just
movie,
move on
you're
before
wrong.
Let's just
Yeah,
move on
let's
before I
move
lose
on.
my goddamn sanity.
Well, then
Yeah,
for you
let's
to
move
cool off,
on.
I'll go over my #1. My #1 is a movie that only came out in June, and that is, of course, The Amazing Digital Circus: The Last Act.
Mm-hmm.
What a fantastic way to end TADC. Well, we do plan to talk about the show later this month, hopefully by the end of it. This was more than a worthy conclusion episode 8 was episode 8 that was dealt with the consequences of Kane's plan. Not and episode 9 practically broke me.
Yes.
Well,
The part where we go into Jax's mind was excellent.
And like I said, we'll be talking about more in detail about this series to avoid spoilers, because I really am trying to, that way, because I know for a fact that Ethan didn't watch this series. But in the case of TAWC, this was a phenomenal way to end the series with, and it was more than it's definitely currently my number 1 favorite film of the year. Although, considering the Odyssey and Godzilla Minus Zero will likely be coming out, I don't know if they'll even have a chance of topping this. So it might not stay number 1 for long.
Yeah, Butch Hartman, this is how you make a movie, not whatever the greatest thing ever a garden cartoon movie was.
And also, and ironic that my favorite film of the year and my least favorite film are both animated films that came from Australia. Kind of figures, why don't you? So anyway, Razor and Ethan, you have the floor with number 1.
All right. Me and Razor Rex's best film of the year so far is The Sheep Detectives.
Yep. This film is definitely the best surprise of the year. And, the fact that it's from somebody who directed, Despicable Me 3, I believe, and some of the Minions movies. Seriously, let Kyle Balda cook.
Exactly.
And
the story here is terrific. The story here is a terrific whodunit.
Yeah.
This movie's basically Knives Out for kids.
Yeah. And, well, it is for kids.
I really like that.
It doesn't shy away from tackling mature themes like the reality of death and loss of its innocence and overcoming prejudice. And there was this one scene that almost made me cry.
And the fact that the director also did one of the Minions movies, and the Minions and Monsters became the best reviewed movie for not just this movie, but for all of Illumination, is saying a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although I may bite the bullet and go see Minions and Monsters. I'm going to think about it.
I saw it and I thought it was all right. And this film, this is what more kids' movies should be like these days. I mean, granted, we got some great kids' movies, but this was the film I was talking about, using as an example, there's no excuse for Animal Farm being this bad, being turned
exactly.
for kids. Mm-hmm.
The screenplay is terrific. This is the best screenplay I've heard in a movie this year so far.
Mm-hmm.
The acting is also terrific, especially from Hugh Jackman as George Hardy, who is the shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention the voice acting when we get to the sheep. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Bryan Cranston, Chris O'Dowd, Regina Hall, Patrick Stewart, Bella Ramsey, Rhys Darby, Brett Goldstein. You get it. But yeah. The cinematography is the best of the year so far. The editing is great. The pacing is very well paced throughout. This movie is so funny. And what I also liked about the movie as well was the fact that the movie wasn't afraid to get dark at times.
Mm-hmm.
And the mystery aspect of this movie is really engaging. And the ending of this movie, this has the best ending I've seen for a movie this year so far. So there you have it. That's why it is The Sheep Detectives and is Razor Rex and I's number 1 best film of 2026 so far. Kyle Balda, well done, sir.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And that concludes our list.
I'm going to head off now.
So, yeah.
All right.
So, yeah.
See ya.
All right, and that ends today's episode. Stay tuned for hopefully around this month, we finally get to talk about the Amazing Digital Circus. And I recently was watching the Powerpuff Girls.
Mm-hmm.
So we may end up talking about that series as well.
All right, I'll get around to watching that show sometime. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces, and it's been spoofed.
Although, yeah, trust me, I'm currently I've yet to watch season 5. I finally watched the movie, and although I may not get around to watching the anime, although I probably will at some point. But of course, we're going to end up having to tear apart that 2016 reboot.
Oh
Goody.
boy!
Yes, we get to shit on that reboot again.
Yeah.
So with that out of the way, see y'all next time for when we tackle the Amazing Digital Circus. Adios.
See ya.
Bye.